Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching us from. My name still remains Mr. Braindeck from Braindeck Academia. You're welcome to our channel today. Today we are going to be discussing solving quadratic equation using two methods of solving it. There are actually different methods in which you can solve quadratic equation, but we are going to be concentrating on two methods for this video, which is the factorization method and the formula method, in which most of you know as the almighty formula. But before we jump straight into that, don't forget to please subscribe to our channel by hitting the red button if you have not subscribed to our channel. Drop a comment, your question at the comment section if you have any question, and don't forget to like our video and share our link. God bless you. Let's jump into it. So we are discussing solving quadratic equation. Okay, so today, as I said, we are solving quadratic equation using factorization method and the formula method. Now, the formula method is also known as the almighty formula, and the formula is x equal to minus b plus or negative the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. X equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Please, for those of you that have been watching our video, we want to say a very big thank you. And if you are just joining us, we also want to say a very big thank you. Please stick around to the end of this video, because at the end of this video we have a gift. Yes, I'll say a gift for our loyal subscribers. So stick around to the end of the video and you might be the one to win it. God bless you. Let's move on. All right, so the first question is x squared plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. I've taught you how to solve quadratic expressions, so the same knowledge you have solving quadratic expression is what you use here. It's only at the end that there'll be some slight difference, because for solving quadratic equation you are meant to find the two possible values of x. So our Pn, let's just do this quickly. Our Pn here, as we know, is 6x squared. I'm sure you know what that means. So we're expanding this now, so this will be x squared plus 2x plus 3x plus 6. For those that have been watching my video before now, I'm sure you already know how to do all this part I'm doing. So we are factorizing, so that'll be x bracket x plus 2 plus 3 bracket x plus 2. And for those that don't understand what I'm doing here, please go back to my video, the last video I made. It's explained, give a detailed explanation on solving quadratic expression, which will make it much easier to understand solving quadratic equation. All right, so now pick the one outside. We have x plus 3 and any of the common one, x plus 2 equal to 0. Now at this point, this is where it becomes a bit different. So we have to look for the possible values of x. So we say when x plus 3 equal to 0, what is x? So x will be equal to, bringing this plus 3 to this side, x will be negative 3. And when x plus 2 equal to 0, x will be equal to minus 2. So our x equal to negative 3 or minus 2. You are meant to have two answers at the end of this calculation, minus 2, and that is your answer. Now this is solving this question making use of factorization method. Now what about if we want to solve this same question using the formula method? When I taught you solving quadratic expression, I told you that quadratic expression or quadratic equation can be represented as follows: ax squared plus bx plus c, right, equal to 0, where a, b are coefficient of x squared and x, and c is your constant. So if we are to compare this expression to this, this standard equation to this, you find out that this looks like this looks like this, and this looks like this. And please note, there can be negative signs, it doesn't matter. So it means for x squared, our a here is what you can see in the formula. We have a, b, c. So our a here is the coefficient of x squared. The coefficient of x squared here is 1, so our a is 1. Our b is the coefficient of x, so our b is 5. And c is the coefficient, is the constant, so our c is 6. So impute it into the formula. That will just be x equal to negative 5 plus or the negative the square root of 5 squared minus 4 times 1 times 6 over 2 times what, 1. So this will now give me minus 5 plus or minus the square root of 25 minus what, 24 over what, 2, right? So we have equal to minus 5 plus or minus the square root of what, 1 over 2. So this will give me minus 5 plus minus 1 over 2. So now our x will now be, you now set, since it's plus and minus, you separate it, it will be minus 5 plus 1 over 2, or minus 5 minus 1 over 2. So our x will give me minus 4 over 2, or minus 6 over 2. So our final answer is minus 2 or minus 3. And you can see that it is similar to what we have here. You can see the answer is the same thing. You can see that the answer is the same thing. So that is how you solve a quadratic equation using the formula method. So that's that about that. So let's go to number 2. Please remember, if you have any question, don't forget to drop your question at the comment section. If you have any question, don't forget to drop your question at the comment section, and I will surely attend to those questions as I see them. Okay, number 2. So let's solve this using our Pn. What's our Pn here? Our Pn is 14 times 2x squared. That will give me 28x squared. Let's expand this. So this will now be 2x squared minus 28. I can use 7 minus 7x minus 4x plus 14 equal to 0. So that would, I'll factorize this. That will be, we are factorizing now. So x is common, x bracket 2x minus 7 minus 2 bracket 2x minus 7. So you can see that's similar. So I have x minus 2 bracket 2x minus 7. So the same thing you do when it is equal to 0. You say when x minus 2 equal to 0, your x for this one is what? 2, because you take the 2 to the other side. Then when 2x minus 7 equal to 0, 2x will be equal to what? 7. So my x, dividing both sides by the coefficient of 2, equals to 7 over 2, which is the same thing as what? 2.5. So my answer, x, is either 2 or 2.5. That is my answer. That is my answer for that. Either 2 or 2.5. Let me put these answers as blue. Either 2 or 2.5, and that's my answer. So that is that for that. So let's use let's solve this question 2 using the formula method. Number 2. This is the second. Remember, this is question number 1 using the formula method. Question 2 using the formula method. The question is, so our a here is what? Our a here is 2, because the coefficient here is 2. Our b here is negative 11. You can see it here is negative 11, and our c is what? 14. So if x equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. I'll write this formula again because I believe you all should know it by now. So x will now be equal to minus bracket minus 11 plus or minus the square root of 11. No, it should be minus 11 square rather. Bracket minus 11 square. Right? Then that will now be minus 4 times a is what? 2 times c is what? 14. Then over 2 times 2, right? So I have, so equal to, minus times minus is plus, so that is plus 11 plus or minus the square root of minus 11 square will give me 121 minus 4 times 2 is what? Minus 8 times 14, that will give me minus 112 over what? 4. This will now be 11 plus or minus the square root of 121. 121 minus 112 will give me 9 over what? 4. So this will now be equal to 11 plus or minus the square root of 9 is 3 over 4. So our x can either be 11 plus 3 over 4 or 11 minus 3 over 4. You are separating because it's a plus or a negative. So that will now be x to be equal to, this one is 14 over 4, or this one is 8 over 4. So my x will now be equal to what? 14 divided by 4 will give me 3.5. Wait, I think I made a mistake here. Yes, I did make a mistake here. I wrote 2.5. Excuse me. Please, correct this. 7 divided by 2 is not 2.5, it's 3.5. This should be 3.5. 3.5. 3.5. Yeah, 3.5. So that would be, this would be 3.5. Oh, this one will be what, 2. And that's my answer. That was my answer. Any question? Please, if you have any question, don't forget to drop your question at the comment section. Okay, so now we're in question number 3. So let's solve this. So our Pn here is 12x squared. Yeah, so we now have x squared minus 4x minus 3x, plus 12 equal to 0. We have x bracket x minus 4 minus 3 bracket x minus 4 equal to 0. After we're factorized, pick the one outside. We have x minus 3. Then pick any of the similar one, x minus 4. Anyone that have gone through my former videos on factorizing a quadratic expression, all this part I'm doing will be very easy for you, so you can go through it if you haven't gone through it before. So when x minus 3 equal to 0, this first one equal to 0, our x is just 3. Then when x minus 4 equal to 0, the second one, our x is just what, 4. So our answer is x can either be 3 or 4. For quadratic equation, whenever you're factorizing or solving quadratic equation, you always have two possible values, two root values of x, and that's that. Okay, so let's solve that same question using the formula method. We're running out of space. Using the formula method, let's solve that same question number 3 using the formula method. So we have and please note, whenever you are trying to solve any quadratic equation and it's not possible for you to factorize them, because there's some equation that you might not be able to factorize. So if factorization method does not work, because there's some equation that might not be factorizable, you can easily just make use of your formula method to solve it, and you will get your answer. All right, that's it. So we have a to be 1, b to be -7, and c to be 12. So our x equal to minus b is minus bracket minus 7 plus or negative the square root of b square, which is bracket -7 square, minus 4 times a is 1 times c is 12 over 2a, which is 2 times 1. So this is 7 plus or minus the square root of what, 49 minus what, 48 over what, 2. So that will be 7 plus or minus the square root of what, 1 over 2, which is what, 7 plus minus 1 over 2. So our x can either be 7 plus 1 over 2 or 7 minus 1 over 2 because of the plus or minus. So our x is what, 8 over 2, which is what, 4, or 6 over 2, which is what, 3, and that's our answer. And that's how we got our answer 3 or 4 also here, which is also 3 or 4 also here. Your answer for each method, for whichever method you are using, must be the same. If they are different, it means you must have done the wrong thing. Yeah. So remember, if you have any question, please don't forget to drop your question at the comment section, and I will attend to them as I see them. God bless you. All right, so we're going to question number 5. We're going to the question number question number 4 rather. So we're going to the question. So now we are going to the question number 4. So how do we solve this question number 4? If you look at this one look a bit tricky, but it's actually very simple. The first thing we need to do is to open this bracket. So we have 3x minus 2 minus bracket x minus 3 bracket x minus 3 plus 11 equal to 0. Just 2 times of this. So we have 3x minus 2. Let's just leave it in the bracket. Minus, let's form a bigger bracket. So this will form x times x squared, expanding it, x times this minus 3x plus 9 plus 11 equal to 0. This will be 3x minus 2 minus x squared plus 3x plus 3x minus 9 plus 11 equal to 0. Now for those that are wondering what I was doing, I only use this minus to open the bracket. So minus times x squared minus times this is plus, minus times this is plus, minus times this is plus. And that's how we have this. So we have I can rearrange it. We have negative x squared this this 3, we have negative x squared plus 3x plus 3x plus 3x. Then we have minus 9 plus 11 minus 2. I'm only rearranging it, you can see. So I have minus x plus 9x. Then this one is 2, right? 2 minus 2 is 0, so that is 0. Minus x squared, rather, minus x squared plus 9x. This one is plus 2 minus 2 is 0, so that is equal to what? 0. So I can rewrite this. I can bring this guy here as x squared minus 9x equal to 0. What I just did is I changed the position of this guy here. I brought it to the other side. So if you look at this now, what can we do? So at this point, what can we do? We can factorize. X is common here, so x bracket x minus 9 equal to 0. Yeah, I can do that at this point because x is common. So to be x bracket x minus 9 equal to 0. So that means my possible values of x is x can either be 0 or x can either be what? 9. So x can be equal to 0 or x can be equal to 9 if I bring this minus 9 here. So our x is 0 or what? 9. That's our answer. That's our answer. It's as simple as that. So you can see that this is quite straightforward. If you have any question, please don't forget to ask me. Ask your question if you have any question and I will attend to them. Alright, let's look at this one. How do we solve this one? This one is clearly difference of 2 square. Of course, this one is clearly difference of 2 square. So here, this will lead me to this looks like a square minus b square, right? Which is a minus b bracket a plus b. So this will now be 2x minus, what is the square root of this? That will be 8. Then bracket 2x plus 8 equal to what? 0, right? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So that's what that will give me. So so when 2x minus 8 equal to 0, 2x will be equal to 8 divided by side by 2, my x equal to what? 4. First one. Then when 2x plus 8 equal to 0, 2x will be equal to negative 8 divided by side by 2, my x will be equal to what? Negative 4, right? So that means that my x, the values of my x here, the value of my x here can either be what? 4 or negative 4. Now you can use almighty formula to solve this. Let me just use it. Let me just use it. The question is 4x squared minus 64 equal to 0. I can use almighty formula to solve this if I'm not factorizing. So I have a to be what? 4. I have b to be negative. No, sorry, I don't have b. B is 0. And I have c to be what? Negative 64. So here I have x to be negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Please note this formula. What is 0? Yeah. So our b is what? Is 0. Does that not negative 0 plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is still 0, minus 4 times a is what? 4. C is what? Minus 64 over 2 times 4. X equal to is 0 plus or the minus the square root of what? Minus times minus 16 times 6. 4 times 4 is 16, right? 16 times negative 4 times 4 is negative 16. Negative 16 times negative 64 will give me 1024 over what? 8. So what is the square root of 1024? So the square root of 1024, that's what we need now. The square root of that is 32. So here we have x to be equal to 0 plus or minus 32 over 8. So x can either be what? 0 plus 32 over 8 or 0 minus 32 over what? 8. So x is 32 over 8, which is what? 4, or 32 over 8, which minus 32 over 8, which is what? Minus 4. and that's how we have the same answer, which is 4 or negative 4. Please remember, if you have any question, don't forget to drop your question at the comment section. So that's just generally how to solve quadratic equation using your factorization method or using your almighty formula or your formula method to solving it. So we have a classwork here. Now I said, for those that have been watching this video from the beginning, I said that there's going to be a present for those that watch it to the end. Now normally, if you have been following my videos, you realize that I normally do solve my classwork, give you the answer, but this particular classwork, I'm not going to solve it. So I'm going to leave it open for my students. I want you to solve this. I'm looking for the first 5 people that will solve this question and get the answers correctly. If you can get the answers correctly, the 5 questions correctly, you get them correctly, I have a voucher for you. I have a card voucher for you. So just send your answers to the first, is for just the first 5 people. So let's see, send your answer to 08087988639. remember, 08087988639. If you can get your answer correctly for this question, I have a voucher, a card voucher for you. So all the best to you all right, thank you for watching my channel today. God bless you. I hope you have learned a lot. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, comment, like, and share. God bless. Bye.